Unit 6 test, probability, 7th grade math. Bailey, Miss Bailey. Number 1, a color spinner was spun 8 times and landed on blue 5 of those times. What is a reasonable prediction of the number of times the spinner will land on blue in the next 240 spins? A, 90, B, 140, C, 150, D, 180. Number 2, given a number cube and a spinner, pictured below, how many possible outcomes? F, 10, G, 6, H, 4, J, 24. Number 3. Jessica is conducting an experiment using 2 bowls of marbles. She reaches into each bowl, draws a marble, records the result, and returns the marble to its bowl. She repeats this experiment 20 times for each bowl. Her results are shown in the tables below. Based on these results, predict the number of times Jessica will draw a purple marble from bowl 1 and a white marble from bowl 2 if she repeats the experiment 200 times. A, 10 times, B, 12 times, C, 20 times, or D, 100 times. Number 4, suppose 10 tosses of a coin were all heads and you switch to a new coin. What is the probability of tossing this new coin and getting another head? F, 1/2. F, 1 out of 2. G, 1 out of 11. H, 1 out of 2,048. J, 1 out of 1,024. Number 5, if a dice is rolled 18 times, how many times is the number 2 expected to come up? A, 2 times, B, 3 times, C, 6 times, D, 9 times. Number 6, Carrie tossed 2 fair coins at the same time. She repeated this trial 400 times. According to theoretical probability, how many trials should Carrie expect to result in 1 coin showing heads and 1 coin showing tails? F, 100, G, 200, H, 300, J, 400. Number 7, the spinner shown below is divided into congruent sections that are labeled from 1 through 7. If the spinner is spun 1 time, what is the probability of the arrow not landing on a section labeled with an odd number? A, 4 out of 7, B, 3 out of 4, C, 1 out of 4, D, 3 out of 7. Number 8, Sandra has gone on vacation with her family. Sandra cannot remember which day she will be returning, but she does remember that she will not be returning on Saturday. See the chart. The probability that she will return on a Wednesday is 1 out of 6. What is the probability that she will not return on Wednesday? F, 3 out of 6, G, 4 out of 6, H, 5 out of 6, or J, 6 out of 6. Number 9, for a school project, Sean recorded the number of days that it rained in his town. It rained on 11 of the 31 days in the month of May. Sean concludes that the chance of rain in his town for any day of the year is 11 out of 31. Which of these represents why Sean's conclusion is invalid? A. Sean did not measure the amount of rain. B. Sean did not use data from any other months. C. Sean did not take the average rainfall in May. D. Sean did not record the rainy days in any other town. Number 10, Jackson rolls a fair number cube 5 times. The first roll was a 4. The second roll was a 6. The third roll was a 2. The fourth roll was a 4. And the fifth roll was a 4. Which of the following statements is true? F. The probability of rolling a 4 on the next roll will increase. G. The probability of rolling a 2 on the next roll will decrease. H. The probability of rolling a 4 on the next roll will decrease. J. The probability of rolling a 4 on the next roll will remain the same. Number 11. How many times can Henry expect to roll a 4 if he rolls a fair number cube 120 times? A. 20. B. 30. C. 55. D. 80. Number 12. Deidre rolls an unbalanced die 72 times and gets a 6 21 times. If she rolls the die 15 more times, which of these is the most reasonable prediction of the number of times she will not roll a 6? F. 0. G. 4. H. 10. J. 14. Number 13. Josephina lives on a farm with 3 sheep, 2 goats, 11 chickens, and 5 cows. She is going to randomly select an animal to take to the stock show. What is the probability of randomly selecting a cow or a goat? A. 1/3. B. 5 out of 21. C. 2 out of 3. D. 10 out of 21. Philip spun a spinner with 6 sections 125 times, and the results are shown in the table below. What is the experimental probability of spinning a green? F. 14%, G. 10%, H. 15%, or J. 12%. Number 15. On Roberto's shelf are 6 mystery books, 5 science books, 4 history books, 3 adventure books. Roberto will randomly choose 1 book to read. 3 adventure books. Roberto will randomly choose 1 book to read. What is the probability that he will choose an adventure book? A. 1 out of 3. B. 1 out of 18. C. 1 out of 5. D. 1 out of 6. Number 16, Stephen has 2 different spinners. He spun each spinner several times and recorded the results in the tables below. Based on these results, if Stephen spins each spinner 60 times, which statement is true? F. Spinner 1 would land on an orange 6 more times than spinner 2 would land on purple. G. Spinner 1 would land on an orange 10 more times than spinner 2 would land on purple. H. Spinner 1 would land on orange twice as many times as spinner 2 would land on purple. J, spinner 1 would land on orange the same number of times that spinner 2 would land on purple? The last question, number 17. If you flip a coin 3 times in a row, what is the probability that it will land on heads all 3 times? A, 1 out of 8. B, 1 out of 4. C, 3 out of 8. D, 1 out of 2. End of test.